Hello there guys, and welcome back to Warlock, Master of the Arcane. I've managed to wipe out most of the red guy's army that I can see, and I'm building up one of my own in an effort to try and defend this city that I've taken from him, maybe push him back a little bit. I have managed to found another city down here, although I did make the mistake of taking some of my stubborn knights through this portal to another world, and I seem to bring back quite a lot of nasty stuff with me, so I'm going to do my best to take those out if I can, but it's easier said than done. We're going to end this turn anyway and see what happens. So there's been a change of diplomacy between the great mages. Not too sure what that's about. We'll find out in a moment, I'm sure. There's the red guy, raining down all sorts of crap on my units, which I'm not particularly happy about, but yeah, big hit from his healer there has completely decimated my mages. I was worried that was going to happen, but there wasn't an awful lot that I could do about it. He's moving those rat men through my kingdoms, but it's not going to end well for him. Still taking some flack from this rather annoying guy here. And the odd pot shot from that skeleton. Okay, let's see what's happened then. So our ally has gone back to war with the red guy. Thank God for that. He's going to be useful. But the yellow guy's made peace with the red guy. Oh dear. Okay, so we've finally got this mage tower up. We might as well use it to attack his fort here and try and weaken his defences as much as we can. We're also going to move our mages up and do much the same with those. That's it, nearly decimated in a single turn. Let's move our healer forwards a little bit. This could be dangerous, actually, but we're going to give it a go anyway. And kabam, there goes his fort. He has one building less to worry about. Don't really want to move these archers forwards because he keeps trying to move some mages across here. Or actually, maybe he's got... That's a hero unit, isn't it? That's like a great mage. It's a hero unit. So, probably can't do any damage to him at all. Even though I can see him, he's technically in the fog of war, so it won't let me actually click on him and find any information out about him. Before I deal with that over there, I'm just going to go back over here. He's out of the range of any of my units, which is a real pain. Unfortunately for him, though, he... resistance to death magic and elemental magic, which is a pain. But I should be able to drop a shadow bolt on him and do some damage to him anyway. Critical hit. Was it enough to kill him? Yes, it was. Okay, so don't have to worry about that. Right, enemy at the gates. Let's do our best now firing at this unit. We're going to be able to do very, very little damage to it. But we are going to do all the damage that we can to it. We don't have a bombardment available, and he is out of range, which is a pain. So what we're going to do, this guy's going to take that skeleton out just to stop him pot-shotting at us. And we're going to try and go around the coast and deal with him from the other side if we can. It's a very bad position for us because we've got a lot of units here that are taking a great deal of damage. So our hero unit's going to stay there. We're going to hope that this city actually starts to heal up. I think if that mage tries to cross the water, though, when he's in the water, he should be fairly vulnerable, and I should be able to hit him quite nicely. We're currently at the peace with the yellow guy, so I don't have to worry too much about his units. Although I'm sure he will build up an army and then declare war against me again, which seems to be the running theme of this game. So we're taking hits there from something we can't see off the screen. He does have a hero healer unit over there, which is probably what's causing that. Those neutrals do an awful lot of damage, which is also a real pain. He's now rebuilding this thing. Not a lot we can do about it on this turn, because you can't actually target it while it is being built, which is kind of a stupid mechanic, but it does make sense. Now, you may be able to see something, but I'm not sure what. We can see we've got this mage here. Now let's have a look. No, it just tells us it's a transport cog. It's not actually telling us what it is. Can't do an awful lot here. What I would like to do is to be able to take out that really annoying healer unit that he's got, but at the moment I can't actually see where she is, so I need to uncover a bit of the map. There she is. Now we can see her. We can actually attack a little bit. We can't do an awful lot of damage to her, unfortunately, which is the main problem that we've got at the moment, but I'm going to hit her with everything I've got. Maybe you're in range. Yes, you are. That's quite wonderful, actually. You guys aren't in range, but if you move down to here, you will be. So you guys can have a bit of a punt at her as well. Okay, she's getting less and less health. Let's move these archers forward so you can take a shot at her as well. And you guys get a promotion, which is also fantastic. So let's give you resistance. Well, it's elemental and death magic. It's not going to save you from her, but we'll give it to you anyway. 27, what's her resistance is? Massive resistances to everything, really, apart from spirit magic. So hitting her with any kind of magic really is going to be a bit of a waste. But I will hit her with some death magic while I can. Can I do a greater shadow bolt? Do I have enough for that? No, but I can summon Ghost Wolves is 2 turns away. Well, we'll do that anyway. It'll help a little bit. It will help a little. So I'm going to continue to fire at this guy while we can. Again, we know we are doing next to no damage here. But this is the one guy that really does need taking out because he has a stupid amount of health. Now, he can damage me from wherever he is anyway, so moving further away is kind of pointless. We need to try and get this other guy around. He's not going to get there in time, unfortunately, to attack him on the next turn. I do have some other stubborn knights in production. Not sure how useful they're going to be. Could attack her with him. Not sure that it's necessarily a good idea, so I'm going to get him to stay there on this turn. Looks like we've got more orders to assign. Try and get you to heal up. You guys, I just want to stay there, to be honest. Just defend that city. Just fortify it. Okay, so our ally has a turn. There's been another diplomatic changes between the Great Mages. Isn't that a surprise? Guess we'll find out what that is in a minute. Not sure what happened there. Oh, yeah, it looks like he has spawned some Ghost Wolves behind me. And he's playing with magic, unfortunately. Okay, well, at least my mage tower's up. He's still attacking that city, which is a bit of a pain. So, let's see what's happened. Our spell for Ghost Wolves is ready, so we're going to cast them. Alright, so they don't actually cast where you want them to cast. That is absolutely fantastic. This is a black mage now. We can finally see what he is. So he's a mage lord. He's costing him quite a bit of gold per turn to keep on the field. He has pretty good resistances to everything except spirit magic, and his death magic resistance is quite low. He's got quite a lot of nasty stuff there, to be honest, so I don't want to have to deal with him if I can help it, and he's putting me in a position here. So what I'm going to try and do is, as before, do my best to carry on and take out his healer, which is by far the most troublesome unit currently on the field. Get a promotion for our own healer, which is fantastic. Another 20% healing power. Or some elemental resistance. Well, they do keep dropping fireballs on me, so let's go for that. We can't actually take that tower out there, so I'm going to ignore that for the time being. Use you to continue trying to pound onto their healer over here. I'm not sure you guys can actually do an awful lot. So we're going to get you to attack these guys and maybe thin them out a little. Okay, they have retreated, which is good. Doesn't particularly help me there, though. What else have we got? We've got these Ghost Wolves here, of course, that we need to deal with, but they should be fairly easy. They are quite weak, which is their downfall. Another enemy at the gates, of course. We've still got this guy over here to deal with, so we're going to carry on firing at him with absolutely everything we've got before we end up completely losing this city. Yeah, our ally's now gone to war with the yellow guy, which is hardly a surprise. So we're going to do as much damage with the galleon there as we can, which, as you can see, is practically nothing. We're going to move the second galleon up and do as much damage with him as we can, which you will also see, once again, is practically nothing, although that was a crit. We do get an upgrade. We could give them regeneration, resistance to missile and melee. Well, he's hitting us with elemental, so we give them 20% resistance to elemental magic, which would be good. We now have some more stubborn knights, so we're going to move them down into the actual city to help protect it a little bit. Our hero, what's our hero going to do? He is going to... Just got to stop clicking on that. He is going to stay there again for the time being. Now, what do we do with you? Do we try and attack that black mage? I'm going to say no, because it's just suicidal to try and attack that black mage. Of course, we can now see Orc Gate, so I can see one of his cities. It's got a size of 12, so that is probably his capital, because my capital's got a size of 12. So That is probably his original starting city there, so it'd be quite nice if we could take that out, although it's going to be unlikely, I would have thought. My ally's now attacking his fort up there, which helps us out a little bit. It's given quite a bit of damage to it, actually, and he has taken it out. Looks like he's building another one instantly, though. And he's moving some units out of the way. Not too sure what he's doing there. Right, he's using his healer to try and take out our fort. There goes our ghost wolves, but at least he's just wasted a spell on that, so I'm not too bitter. He's moving his ghost wolves up there. Okay, what's going on here? Well, we're still getting attacked by that annoying elemental. A lot of stuff changed here. So, good stuff. The yellow guy is now at war with the red guy. That's going to make life a little bit more difficult for him. We have researched the ice ring. Do we get anything useful now? Greater Dispel. Prosperity increases the population growth of the target city. That could be very, very useful, actually. We can build a new building over here. We are very, very short of money now. We do need to build a temple to Crypta, which we can now do because we have holy ground. The problem we're going to have, apart from it costs us a massive amount of gold, which we're already losing a massive amount of gold per turn. There is a quest to do that, but we're not going to get it done in time. So do we build the temple to Crypta, or do we build one of the other ones? Very, very difficult to tell. Let's go for this one anyway, just so we can get the ancient liches. But we do need to do something about trying to increase the amount of gold per turn we are making. In the meantime, we're going to do everything we can to try and get rid of this greater elemental here, because he's an absolute pain in the arse. Don't want to give him chance to heal up, although I do want to take these guys out because they're going to have the... Oh, he's down. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So let's take a bombardment shot at these guys to stop them trying to move in and take the city. That should be enough for you guys to move forwards and get the kill. That's good. Got to watch this guy as well. He's a bit gnarly, but maybe we can go around there and deal with him later. So what have we got going on over here? Well, we still have these guys. Let's deal with them first of all by using our cities that are furthest away from them, because the ones that are closer might be useful up here. Okay, so that's their ghost wolves taken out. So, I think those towers are both down currently. So we're going to carry on doing everything we could before to take out his hero unit. Let's go for the big freeze. So let's use the archers. Let's use our own healer. And she's dead. There we go. So now he has lost another hero unit. And we've acquired an artifact. Your subjects have found some artifacts and brought them to your vault. Brilliant. So let's have a look over here now. We've got 2 artifacts. Unit power plus 10% or sight range plus 1. Now, I can give these to either of my units. Interesting. So I actually could give that to him, and we'll give him a little bit of sight as well, because he is a ranged unit. So now he can see further, and he has an extra 10% unit power, which is very nice. So both of those artifacts his hero must have been carrying. So that's going to be a bit of a blow to him. We've lost a fair few units over here, although we're still burning through money per turn. He's still got that mage over here that we need to be careful of. I'm going to have to build some more units at some point. What I will probably do, even though they cost an absolute fortune... Actually, I can't, because I can't afford them. I was going to make some more mages, because mages are by far one of the best units that you can have. So far that I can get. Mages have been absolutely brilliant. So, what are you guys going to do? I think for the time being, you guys are going to stay right where you are and heal up. You guys, I think I just told you to camp, but you've woken up because some units came near you. You guys are going to heal up as best you can. Okay, who is it that needs orders? Didn't I tell you guys to heal up? Okay, do nothing then. If you can't make up your mind. So, we've got more ghost wolves appearing in our territory. Bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. He does appear to be spawning quite a lot of units trying to take out my knights, which I'm not particularly fond of, but... Right, that's done a fair bit of damage to my archers. Okay, now we're going to have this guy to worry about. He's going to be a bit of a pain. So we're going to have to deal with that, of course. So, first things first, let's deal with what's going on over here. Well, as usual, let's use our sort of automated building defences to do as much damage as we can to any units within our territory. Good job all round. And then let's use these units here to do as much damage as we can. You're going to do quite a lot of damage, so let's have you damage those units there. You mages can attack him. My healer is actually going to heal my archers. Good stuff. Still need to get more units moving up here, though. That's the problem right now. Enemy at the gates still. What do we have? Are you close enough to hit? Yes, you are. I'm quite surprised by that, actually. Critical hit. That did a nice bit of damage to it. You guys have actually got a promotion. Well, I'm not sure if they do elemental magic. I'm assuming it's life magic they do, but I'm going to give you resistance to it anyway. I'm also going to move you back a hex because it means that to attack you, they're going to actually have to come around here and get closer, which will give my galleons more of an opportunity to be able to attack them. I might move you around this side, actually, and see if I can get this galleon to attack. Of course, he's spawning more units over here. It's not such a big problem unless they are ranged units, so I don't care too much about that right now. I'm going to get you to heal up. Might as well. You do have some regen, but while you can, let's do that. Let's keep you guys sleeping. We do have quite a bit of mana, of course. That's something well worth noting. These guys don't have any real resistance to anything, so what we could do, one off actually having a greater shadow bolt, which is a little bit of a shame. Blessing of the Sun, what does that give us? Increases food production in the target city. We could actually do with one that increases gold production, to be honest, but I think we'll actually, yeah, we'll use that. And we'll drop it on this place because it's got a pumpkin farm as well. So if we do that, that'll actually get us quite a bit of additional food. And extra food is also converted into gold as well. So if you do have surplus food gets converted to gold. Not sure you guys are going to be able to do an awful lot there, so I might just get you to camp out. That's our hero. You can stay there. And you guys can stay there. Wow, I've got a lot of units that need orders. Really need to deal with this mage at some point. I could ping at him with magic, but it's not really going to do an awful lot, so it's kind of pointless. So let's go on to the next turn, see what happens. So that's the yellow guy taking some shots at the red guy, so he's helping us out quite nicely. Now, the red guy's using his mana and casting to retaliate on the yellows. And there's that annoying mage again. What's going on here? I didn't quite see what happened. Ah, rats. Maybe he's trying to weaken them so this mage can take them out. That seems like it could be a plan. Okay, we're going to lose a building there as well, which is rather annoying. He has retreated. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, you guys have got a promotion. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but you have. We can also construct a building over here, funnily enough. We desperately, desperately need money. So we're going to go for a craftsman's district. Nothing here particularly gives us any extra gold advantage. So let's do that. Can't see anything close enough to hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our galleons around and do our best to take these guys out with the galleon. And then maybe we can loot whatever that hex is. Yeah, it can be looted by any unit, so if we loot that, it should stop them producing these guys. That'd be quite nice. Okay, as usual, let us do the best we can to try and take out any units that may be attacking us. It should be fairly simple and easy to do. He didn't take this tower out. I actually thought he had, but he failed to do so, which is fantastic. Don't think I'm going to be able to take that out, though, which is problematic. Let us hit this with all of our might, because he's building a lot of towers to try and take us out. Okay, so that's another one of his towers gone. It's every time we do that, it does set him back, potentially. Let's keep our hero here. Ah, his mage is in the water. That could be his mistake there. Because cogs are very, very, very weak. And I can cast... Oh, I can't quite cast a second Sunstroke on this turn, which is a shame. Can I cast anything on this turn? Do I have anything that is quick enough to cast? Possibly a fireball. Yes. And I think that is sank. So there we go. He had a very, very powerful hero unit, which has now died. And he's dropped an artifact there as well, which I'd love to be able to go and get, but I don't know if it's safe to try and get over there. It's risky. It is very risky. Maybe we'll do that on the next turn. Maybe I'll try and get these guys down there and do that. Or maybe I'll see if I can spawn some units down there. Maybe that will work out. We'll see how that goes. You guys are going to camp up. You guys are going to camp up as well. We're building up a little bit of an army down here. Maybe these guys can move into one of these portals and do a better job of clearing it out on the next go. Okay, let's put you into defensive. And again, coming up to the 20-minute mark, so that is about all we can do. It's a shame we're not going to get that temple to Crypta finished. It'll end. I think it'll be one turn too late, to be honest, which is a little bit of a shame. But we're going to use some of these units over here. Once we've dealt with the nasties on this island, at least this looks like a separate island now. It could be connected up here. I actually haven't explored, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about these guys, because I don't think they can actually get over to us. So we'll take this out and we'll loot it. Then we'll start thinking about sending big groups of units through here, because apparently there are supposed to be a lot of resources and things in these lands, so it might be worth sending settlers through if at all possible. One thing I don't know is if there are multiple portals into one land. So for all I know, actually let's get back out into the right place. For all I know, both of these portals could lead to the same place, or there may be other portals elsewhere on the map. Actually have a look. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of the map there that hasn't been uncovered. So there may be portals elsewhere on the map that lead into the same two sort of parallel worlds, as it were. But we're doing quite well. We've discovered that which I now think is their capital. We have destroyed a couple of their hero units now. We've got rid of their healer and we've got rid of their mage. Like I said, I would like to try and get those artifacts. That would be very nice. The only problem I've got really at the moment is I have a major money deficit. And that is most probably from my army upkeep, although the city of Doomford is actually costing me quite a bit of money. Which one is Doomford? It's this one here. Why is this so expensive? It probably has a university or something. What I really, really need to do here in this city is try and find some way to produce some extra gold. But there you go, folks. We've made a little bit more progress. Wiped out most of Red's army, although mine's looking a bit shabby, but I am getting there. So, thanks again for watching, guys. Remember, if you've got any questions, either send me a message or leave them in the comments. I'll try and answer them as best I can. And if you guys have got any tips for me, if you've played the game before or you think there's something I should try, by all means, mention it, and I'll do my best to incorporate that into a future video. So, until next time, goodbye for now.